Target neutralized.
Hey, what's going on, fellow agents? Hopefully, all of you guys are having a great time in the Division 2. Yo, World Tier 5 win! You know, I wonder what's taking them so long. Jeez. But, you know, you can't really complain too much, right? We just gotta wait. Alrighty. But anyhow, as of today, I wanted to show you guys my ultimate sniper build that is capable and built for both PvP and PvE. Now, in terms of damage per headshot, because that's pretty much all I aim for, you know, I do consistent damage of 1 to maybe 1.4 mil to 1.6 mil, so 1 to 1.6 mil depending on my, you know, crit hit chance and damage. Meaning, for me, usually in challenging mission or in T4 control point with a full party, it takes about 1 to 2 and maybe 3 to 4 depending on if I miss my headshots or not to kill, you know, kill yellow elites pretty much. And now, in terms of PvP, at the moment right now, I feel like PvP is a little bit of a joke right now because, you know, because you can pretty much just wear whatever gear you find and then just pick up a random sniper that has more than 80k base damage and then just, you know, just one tap people, you know. So yeah, that's that. Hey, real quick guys, so I made this video a little bit with more details, so it's probably gonna be like 10 minutes long, so if you guys don't want to watch the whole thing, I will leave the timestamp on the description below. And as always guys, thank you so much for watching my videos, and if you guys found any of my information helpful to you or in any other way of shape or form, you can always help me by subscribing to my channel. Alright guys, enjoy the video. Alrighty, so first things first, the brand sets. Now I went with the 3 pieces ARLD pieces and 2 Overlord, and for the mask I will cover it in a bit. So obviously I chose the air piece. Accuracy, you know, not really helpful on the sniper, but obviously for the headshot damage marksman rifle and the raw damage itself. And for the Overlord set, I chose this set because it gives me rifle damage and bonus armor pretty much. And rifle damage would be for my secondary, you know, just in case if any enemies gets close. Alrighty, so before I get into the details about all the sets and the attributes, I need you guys to know that I built this build strictly around more consistent raw damage versus relying on crit chance and crit damage. When I mean raw damage as in like stacking weapon damage as a base calculation, and then focusing on headshot damage, and finally stacking as much elite damage as possible while focusing on trying to get the highest base damage sniper rifle, you know, when I can while grinding. The whole idea with this build is to kill any elite related mobs as fast as possible. Also, the reason why I didn't go for a crit sniper build was I just don't like relying on inconsistent damage or DPS. That's honestly the only reason. So as you see here on my stats, my base weapon damage on my sniper is 134k. Crit hit chance pretty garbage. Crit hit damage, that, you know, not the greatest, but headshot damage I have 254%, while let's see, and then useless stats over here. Then on the offense, I have elite damage on pretty much 120% on elite damage. So this is what my stats look like. Alright, so back to the build. So let's start with the talent first. So in terms of the talents, I try to get hard hitting in all of my gear as much as possible. So far I haven't seen hard hitting on glove pieces yet. Maybe I've been just unlucky, but I have hard hitting on most of my gear except the gloves and the holster. Now as for the holster, I went for the headshot damage. This is really good, so if you can pick it up, pick that up as well. Alright, let's go over the attributes now. Let's start with the mask. Now, for the mask, there are actually two options. For me, the only reason why I went with the RK was because I got a really high roll on the elite damage, and I just re-rolled the talents to hard hitting. So in total, this is 15 plus 39, so that's pretty much 45% right there on just purely on damage to elites. But the other choice that you can have is a Badger mask, which I have not found yet with a decent roll. But Badger set has 7% lead damage, so if you can get that with, you know, some roll like this on the damage elite and talent, oof, that's a lot of damage, you know. All right, now for the backpack. Honestly, for me, the backpack, it's not the best roll on the backpack. I could definitely get a higher backpack, but I haven't been lucky with the air backpack yet. So this is just what I have: weapon damage and then bonus armor. Yeah, and then of course hard hitting as well. Then offensive mod, focusing more on the weapon damage, and then damage to armor. And then this is obviously useless, the LMG part. Let's see. All right. Chest again, real quick. Weapon damage, headshot damage with hard hitting as talent. And then as for the gloves, you definitely want to get the main stats, which is we're focusing more on the marksman rifle, so obviously you would want the marksman rifle damage. Now as for the all the brand set talent wise, I haven't seen anything decent or good yet, so maybe I'm probably just hella unlucky about it. But this is pretty much what I have right now in terms of the gloves. Alright, and now as for the holster, having a little bit of crit hit chance is good, you know, just for that couple of rounds. If you do actually crit hit, then, you know, then obviously that's gonna be a lot of damage. Now in terms of talents, I went with precise. I got really lucky on this roll, yes. And for the mods, obviously I went for weapon damage and then headshot damage. And then finally, as for the knee pads, this is what I have. I roll critical hit chance, obviously hard hitting, and then for the mods, more weapon damage and then headshot damage. And that's about it for the gear and the attributes. Now for the weapons. For the weapon, I have Model 700 with base damage of 134.6k. Now, ideally, you would want a, you know, you gotta get lucky. Obviously, you gotta grind and get lucky and try to get a higher base damage, because damage calculation starts with your base damage stat on your gun. So this is where the main big damage comes from. Now with the sniper talents, I have Ranger, accuracy or accurate, and Zen. Ranger is probably the best talent you could ever have within a sniper rifle. And the secondary talent, I would much rather have extra magazine or jazz hands for faster reload, because that would be pretty nice to have. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for the talents. As for my secondary, what I have is 1886. It's actually considered a rifle. Many people think this is a shotgun for some reason, but so yeah, so the only reason why I went with the 1886 is it has the highest base damage within the category of rifle damage from what I've noticed. So that's the only reason why I went with this particular rifle. But if you don't like to deal with 5 magazine, which gets pretty annoying, I'll be real honest, then I would recommend getting something like a military MK17 or a police MK17, or, you know, or another rifle weapon of your choice, pretty much. And finally, for the mods, the gun mods, actually. Alright, for my Model 700, alright, let's start with the scope. I have the specialization scope, which is 45% headshot damage, and for the muzzle I have 10% damage to elite and minus 15% stability, and that's pretty much all I have for the sniper rifle. Now for my 1886, I don't really have any mods for this because it doesn't allow me, nor do I have a tubular magazine slot. But yeah, that's about it. Now if you're using a different type of rifle, like per se, like, you know, let's go with like the MK17, right? Try to use muzzles that give you damage to elite. That's your main goal, and then obviously try to get as much headshot as possible. And that's about it, guys. Hey guys, if you guys actually watched the full video, then thank you so much, guys. That will help me quite a bit down the line. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. And if all this information found helpful, then you can definitely help me by and subscribing to my channel. And that would be it. And my name is Silent Agent out.